Welcome, everybody. It's Ted Prodromo, and this is Social Selling Television. And you can watch past episodes at socialsellingtelevision.com. You can download the app on your iPhone or on Apple TV and watch lots of great interviews like this. And today's guest is Frank LaBudda, who I've met through, I think it was through Alex Mondosian's program, the MVP program, and through his Push Button Influence. And Frank's going to talk about the Phoenix Power Project. And this is really for men. It's for men to discover your purpose in life and get aligned to it, communicate and follow through with authenticity and integrity, and develop heart-centered relationships through empathy and intuition. And Frank, I want to thank you and welcome you for being a guest today.
Thank you for having me as a guest here.
So tell me, how did you get started in this?
Well, I several times had in seminars the feeling that man is not having that, what's he called?
In touch with their feelings?
Yeah, there are a few only seminars for men especially. And when we made, I'm a fan of biodanza. Biodanza it's a form of therapy, but it's not therapy itself. And it's out of movements, special movements, series of movements and music. It's no word, nothing. Only movements, only dancing, you could say, probably, but it's not making steps like foxtrot or something like that. And there sometimes men are dancing for the woman and the woman are dancing for the man.
Interesting.
And so it was such a huge feeling when we got together, and this manpower, this power of those men to feel that, and the appreciation of the women which are in the circle. And I thought I have to create something for the men, especially because I met, especially in the GVIC, in the Joint Venture Inside a Circle, plenty of women which only works for women. But I never met anyone who only works for men. So,
you're right. I haven't really met anybody like that either.
Yeah, or the men, no. I have to say the women have now, with the women's new movement, 30 or 40 years of developing their forces, their strengths, and it was really necessary. But I think it's now necessary for the men also, because we're on the other side in a big shift now. We're not noting that very well. Well, sometimes we know that the time is running, but we are in a shift of the consciousness. The old Indian Vedan, I don't know how it is pronounced in English. It's a sort of books which is 5,000 years old, and they told us that specific in this time there will be a shift, there will be a big awakening. And this awakening we know as the age of Aquarius, of the music hair in the 60s.
Yeah, right.
It's really the age of Aquarius, because we're coming from the Pisces, from the fish, into the Aquarius age, with our position in the big, let's say, in the arm of our galaxies.
Uh-huh.
So not only our Earth is around the sun, but also the whole system is rounding a central sun, circling a central sun. This circle has a time of about, it's about 25,000 and a bit years. So they're also connected with the zodiacs. And we will be in the Aquarius age about 2,000 and a bit years. We have been in another age now for about 2,000 years. You can say the birth of Jesus Christ. And now we're shifting on another consciousness. And the people has to awake that. because there are the paradigms. You can see it as we change the position in the galaxies. There are coming other informations from the central, the information of life, principal information of life is coming out of the center. So if this is shifting, or if there are other planets or other systems in the way, so it's passing other information to us, and therefore the whole Earth is shifting. Measure that in the Schumann frequency, which is measured since the 20s, and it was always the same frequency of 8 hertz. And since 86, it's shifting. It's going up. It's going up, upper and upper. And plenty of people were curious of 2012 and all the stuff, all that spiritual things, and they say, "Oh, but nothing happened." Yes, plenty of things happened, but we don't recognize it. But because the shifts are slowly, or we can say.
If you're not conscious of it, you're not really looking for that shift either.
You're not looking for that, but there are effectively things that are not working anymore, especially in business, what have worked every time until since 5 years.
Yeah, things have really shifted in the last few years.
Yes, and we're coming now out of the information age. We have been the last 20 years. I can say we have been in the industrial age until the principle of 90s. And then we came into the information age when all the computers and the cell phones and all that connected more and more. And now we're bored of that thing. We are overwhelmed with all the information. And now we are going again enter in relationships.
Yeah.
If you don't make relationships in business, you don't have a business.
You don't. Everybody is like, their face is in their phone. They're not talking.
I made a series of photographies in airports and not the young. And now it's couple, for example, the lady had it in the desk and the man had it in the hand. So,
I have a lot of those pictures too.
yeah. And we have to relate again, not only in the personal relationship with your spouse or your woman or your man, if you're a woman, but relationships in business, relationships to reach, let's say, another level of life.
Yeah, it's exactly what I teach with LinkedIn and social media. Focus on building relationships, don't focus on selling, and you have long-term customers instead of just a one-time customer.
Exactly, that's it.
Yeah.
And so plenty of people still working in the old forms.
Yeah.
Okay, you surely don't say it's the age of Aquarius where we enter.
Yeah.
But I wanted to explain this shift of the Earth. This 8 hertz are the frequency of the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Our brain, our thinking is directly connected with the magnetic field of the Earth. Therefore, the first astronauts had a huge problem when they went out and was far away of this magnetic field.
Uh-huh.
And therefore, we know that. And now you
tell
have
me more about
think,
that. This sounds interesting.
Yeah, we have a bandwidth of experiences. Let's say from the biggest hate to the biggest love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is what we always experienced with the 8 hertz. And if the 8 hertz go up, and we are now in 13, it's the Fibonacci sequence.
Right.
And this goes up too. So what happens? That was the greatest hate was out. And then what was the biggest love? something more.
Hmm.
You know, because the bandwidth is not amplifying. We have only a certain bandwidth of possible experiences. We could say that, and it depends directly to the vibration of the Earth. So if the Earth is shifting, we automatically have to shift too.
So is this similar to like with the meditation? They talk about the alpha and beta measurements where you slow your mind down to certain cycle.
No. It's a principal frequency of the magnetic field of the Earth.
Okay.
It had nothing to do with the alpha or beta. I think maybe we are now, or we could go more in the alpha form, which was not so possible in the old age.
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose it could be because we're working in the family constellations, which I offer also, with the morphogenetic field, like Rupert Sheldrake says. And the morphogenetic field is something which like a hard disk, which records all your thoughts, all your movements. But you got that hard disk from your family,
right?
With 7 generations behind, all the things that they experienced, that they thought, it's recorded there.
So not just our life, it's their 7 lives back.
Exactly. And that is the base of your how you are creating your life.
Interesting.
I'm sure that we are creating our lives 100%, everybody itself. There's no circumstances, there's no other people influencing. You let you influence. It's your permission that you give to others to influence you.
Okay.
And so we can imagine if we have different levels of consciousness. The first consciousness is the consciousness of an animal, which is directly connected with these experiences what other animals of his species had made. So if a fox is the first time in front of a bear, he knows, oh, okay, this guy is not so well with me.
Yeah.
So I have to escape.
So like an instinct tells him to escape.
Yeah. It's this instinct is exactly that he's connected directly with this morphogenetic field.
Uh-huh.
He can make. He hasn't to make this experience. The next level is the human level, what we have had until now, which is the individuum. The individuum has to learn these things. He's copying things. He's taking things of the unconsciously of the past, but he has to learn that. And we will come now in a state of both of the fox, which is directly connected,
right,
and in the individuum. That means if we directly connect it, and we see that in the new children, we don't have to learn that.
Yeah.
So the children are directly connected. They can, therefore, the computer is no problem for them.
Right.
They have such a lightness and a fluidness with a computer. I saw a half-year-old making this on the smartphone, no?
Yeah, right.
And looking
it's
at
amazing.
photos.
Yeah, you put it in their hands and they know how to use everything.
Exactly, because they're directly connected.
Yeah.
And so, of course, the old school form is not working anymore.
Yeah.
They don't have to learn. We have to remember them. Nothing more.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to tell your stuff, and they remember, and that's okay.
Yeah.
For example, yeah, it's one of the examples. That means that with a higher frequency, we are getting also in higher frequency, and the higher frequency is more consciousness. I don't know what will come all, but I can imagine, for example, it's a bit very spiritual for some people. Maybe if you want to eat ice cream, you imagine ice cream, you have it in your hand.
Interesting. Kind of like the
And
3D printers in a way, but
yeah,
faster.
exactly. You don't have to work hard or something do for that. You have to create that by your mind, like you're creating your life. Coming to that we don't need to create it, because you can taste it just.
Yeah.
You don't create it physically. You just taste it in your mouth, and that's it. For example, no.
Yeah.
But the program, the Phoenix Power project, is especially for men to get aligned with that, and especially to get aligned with their purpose. Most people don't know what is my purpose. What is that
Right.
purpose? What is that mission? Well, I have to create my children. Okay, but there's something more.
Yeah.
Mostly we start to ask with 36, about that age, we start to ask, there's something more than create children and go for working.
Right.
And there is where plenty of people get lost also in business.
I heard once, I can't remember who said it, you spend the first third of your life learning, the middle third doing, and then the last third teaching. So is that kind of at 36, you're in the doing and you're starting to think about what's next, just more to this?
Yeah, it's congruent with different ages, where if you get in your 50s or end 50s, you should let the business to the next generation. But of course, with advices. That's also always, if a society takes the force and the power of the youth
Yeah.
and connect it with the wisdom of the old people, it can flourish.
Yeah.
If this is interrupted, a society can't flourish. It's not possible,
Hmm.
because you need the force and the power of the creation of the young people, and the young people would accelerate until they get overwhelmed and burned out.
Yeah.
If not, the wise old man would say, "Hey, tranquilo," like we said in Spain. Slowly, slowly.
Slowly. So I'm thinking, and now we're all living longer too. In the past, our lifespans were very short, and now we're living in our 80s, 90s, even hundreds. So does that affect this whole theory too?
I think so, because if you look at the Bible, the old ages, um, Moses has been, I don't know, 500 years old or something like that. And I saw once an American newspaper, an article, which says there was a sheikh of Arabia entering America to have an operation, and the birth was 1852.
Hmm.
And the she said that couldn't be. This is
Yeah.
not possible.
Right.
The people what was following him said, "Well, my father, my grandfather. It's two generations. Oh, it could be, because
Hmm.
he was this generation after him.
Yeah. Wow.
So
So say I want to work with you and go through this process. Kind of describe the process you would take me through.
well, it's mostly an individual thing, because your purpose is individual.
Right.
So I'm a mindset coach, Therefore, I don't have a system what you can copy or something like that. But I want to lead you in the deepness of yourself for to discover what is really my purpose, what is really my mission or my my purpose in life.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you're working on that, or maybe not. I don't know.
Does your
And
purpose change sometimes? Maybe you have a purpose earlier in life and it switches. Does that ever happen?
yeah, I have been 30 years sculptor originally,
Yeah.
and since 15, more than 15 years, I changed in coaching and therapy thing more
Uh-huh.
and more. And since 2009, I'm totally in the coaching thing. I've been in changing in 2009 from Germany to Tenerife, to here, Canary Islands.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the big what is it, break with sculpturing.
Yeah.
But of course, it was also it was my dream. Like I started with 13,
Mm-hmm.
the sculpturing, wood carving, and that was my dream. And I have to say, my father, when I first said I want to be woodcarver, and all the family said, those things of, oh, art is a hard earned bread, and make something real, and then you can make this as hobby. And I found, okay, if I have to make something real, I have to go in the science, not to repair. My hobby was also electronic.
Uh-huh.
So repair televisions and those things, no. Better in the science.
Yeah.
And I made the bachelor, I don't know what is it called in English, high school,
High
maybe,
school. Yeah.
or to enter the university.
Yeah. High school to college, university.
Yeah. And then I decided, well, I want to get a sculpture. And I told my father, and that was a very huge thing for me, because he said, okay, if you like to do that, do it. If you're falling, you can come home, and we look for another thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that gave me the security. Also, for example, to go to Spain in '86 for to study in a art school without having an idea of Spanish. And
Interesting.
even it was Catalan. The Catalans in this time were very strict, because Franco the years before had forbidden the Catalan language.
Mm-hmm.
So they wanted me to speak Catalan, but I said, well, I have to learn Spanish first, because in all other places they don't speak Catalan.
Uh-huh. Right.
And well, it didn't work. At least it didn't work very well in the first decade of this century. And so I decided to go over to the coaching thing.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, my selling skills didn't get much better. So it's always better to work in a team,
Mm-hmm.
uh, which is one of the new paradigms, to work in teams, to work. Solopreneur is not working out anymore.
It's hard, isn't it? Yeah.
Really hard, and I just worked yesterday, and will later work with another guy, which is a guy of marketing, and he's looking over my thing. Oh, this is not working. This is not working. You have to tweak this words a bit. Of course, English is not my mother tongue, so that's perfect for me. That's really
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. It's
And
hard to do it all yourself. The
if
marketing,
we,
the selling, the coaching.
yeah, Therefore, they are pretty good people in marketing, and everyone should do what he's really meant for.
Yeah.
So if we go together and make a program together, he could sell the techniques, and I could sell the mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to complement each other. You can't both be
Yeah.
really good at the same thing.
Exactly. Or you have a team which is working for you, and there's one part of the course, because you asked me for to how I make the course, which is intuition. Intuitively, you always know what are the strengths and what are the potentials of a person.
Right. Yeah.
We always said the intuitive thing is not for business.
Right.
It is right for business, because you don't make uh, business with people you don't like.
Yeah.
Come
No,
in
when
the
I
room and you know you will make something or you will not make nothing.
right.
If there are 200 people sitting, it's a bit difficult. But normally, if you make business with another company, you're about 10 people maximum or something in that, and you feel exactly what is it about.
Yeah.
If you're trained to listen to this intuition, and your intuition will not fail,
Yeah.
because it's physically it's just a vibration. You're sending out a vibration, the other is sending out a vibration that's with a magnet, or you attract, or you can come together.
Mm-hmm.
If I know that, it's more easy, no?
Yeah.
Sometimes just on the telephone, I know, oh, but this person not. And we
Yeah.
have a nice conversation, and that's it. I never meet again, probably, or maybe in some other events or something like that. And with other people, you see it from far away. Oh, this guy, that's perfect fit.
Yeah. You got to trust that feeling, because when I worked in the
Exactly.
high tech world, I managed a lot of people, so I interviewed lots of people, and sometimes you just get that feeling right away, like this is the one I want, or the other thing, oh, this person just won't work out.
Exactly. The Swiss companies are working plenty with the face diagnosis.
Oh,
They see exactly your nose is that, or your ear is that, your eye, and they see that you're more single worker, or like James Bond,
uh-huh.
or you're a team guy, and you're perfectly for a team. And with the intuition, you also know, oh, this guy is good for the production, this guy is good for design, this guy is good for I don't know what.
Yeah.
So this is part also of the program.
So you teach this in your program. So tell us more
Yeah.
about the program and how people can learn about how to get involved.
Well, I have made a funnel in ClickFunnels. I love ClickFunnels because it gives you a huge. Sorry for the announcement.
That's okay.
Because it makes an interaction with the people which are looking. Oh, sorry, there's something popping up here, and
So what I can do is I'll send the link to the people. I'll put it at the
yeah,
end of the webinar too. Here, I'll put a little screen.
exactly. I will make a launch probably in the principle of June. I wanted to make it from tomorrow on. For would be great, but plenty of the TV's peers have another thing on the program now, so and for to tweak it a bit with the marketing guy, so I displaced it to July. We start
Okay.
in July, the promotion. I also make 3 webinars, so offer 3 webinars, free webinars. Also, the women can join, and especially the women, because mostly the women are giving the man a hint. There's something for you. You could make that.
Yeah.
They want, they often make the personal development or business development, and the man is waiting for the woman to tell him or something like that. So they probably will be those who give the man a push and say, okay, now there's something for you. You can make that.
Nice. So what I'll do, I'll set up a link for you, tedpadromo.com/Frank. And I'll send that out to
Okay.
all my people, and it'll send them into your funnel so they can learn more
Okay.
about what you
You
do.
can also sign up for the affiliate. So you will get a percentage if an affiliate sign up. And there's also for people who are interested or working with joint ventures or affiliates, especially. There are prepared emails and all those stuff, what you need, photos of mine. Eventually, I will make a banner because the marketing, my marketing friend, his name Michael Howard, he said had a splendid idea because the phoenix is the animal which goes through the fire and is burned. It's burning the old stuff away and it's coming out more brilliant than ever. And therefore, I took the phoenix. It's such a nice metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, okay, you take a caveman which going into the fire and the businessman coming out.
Right. So how long is the program? Is it like a 6-week program, coaching program?
Yeah, it's I think I will make 8 weeks.
8 weeks, okay.
Yeah, it will
Okay.
be from middle of July till end of August.
Okay, great.
And it's in a beta group, so it's rather cheap this time, especially to get testimonials and try what is really working for the people, what do they want, and what can I offer or making better for the big program, which is launched in middle of October, I think.
Okay. Oh, it sounds great. We all need this.
We had made a group together with Brian King and Steve Garvin because they are on the same way. And we have made a group in Facebook which is called the On Purpose Man.
On Purpose Man. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're interested in that, you can join this group. It's an open group, so you can look at the things. We're making all week. We started 3 weeks ago. We make a conversation there. They made it in Blab until now, but I don't have access to Blab. I don't know. It's not working with my computer.
It's having some trouble these days.
Yeah, I think it belongs to my router because it's a router like a cell phone. It's not a line. It didn't give me a line here.
Interesting.
Sometimes they don't have a spot left. I don't believe that, but well, political things.
Well, technology is changing too fast too.
Yeah. And therefore, well, my computer is 10 years and it's working pretty well.
Oh, good. Don't touch it.
And you can't touch it. It's a laptop.
Yeah.
That's. I think it's also the graphic card, which is rather old now. Because I have some challenges with YouTube also.
Mm-hmm.
Not for to upload my videos, but for to see some videos in HD.
Okay.
Well, okay.
So what's your website so people get in touch with you too? FrankLaBudda.com?
I haven't put it up in Frank LaBudda till now. Wait a moment.
LaBuddaCoaching.com?
LaBudda Coaching. Should be LaBudda Coaching.
Yep.
But I think you will come to the Spanish side then. Yeah.
I'll send people into your ClickFunnels. Then they'll get on your email list and then they can learn more.
Exactly, because it's also a ClickFunnels link. Oh, I didn't put it in my list here because I created it this week.
I'll create a shortcut for you so it'll be easier for people to get to it. It'll be tedprodromo.com/Frank.
Okay.
Well, Frank, thanks for your time. This has been very interesting. We'll have to have another talk later. I want to learn more about how you transitioned into this eventually, but
Yeah, of course.
we'll
With
catch that
plenty of
on the next
flavor.
interview.
Okay.
Thanks for your time, and we'll be
Many
talking soon.
thanks. Let's talk soon.